story. The shadow that claimed me, a true Maine nightmare. Hey folks, welcome back to RV Horror Stories, your midnight pit stop for the kind of tales that make you double-check the locks. I'm thrilled to be here, pulling you into the dark with me again, because tonight we've got something special. Stories straight from you, the fearless souls who dare to watch. These aren't just spooky yawns. They're real, raw, and crawling out of the shadows you swear you saw move. Want to know the scariest part? One of these might be happening right now, somewhere out there, or maybe closer than you think. Got a nightmare you can't bury? Send it my way. Emails below. It could be the next one I whisper to the world. You guys blow me away with your writing. Seriously, the way you spin these yarns, it's addictive, it's dark, and when you say they're true, it hits different. Makes the hair on my neck stand up. So, huge thanks for tuning in. You're the heartbeat of this channel. If you're digging this, smack that like button and hit subscribe. We're gunning for 500,000 of you before the year's out, and I'd love for you to be part of that crew. All right, enough chatter. Let's get into some real, twisted, true horror. Buckle up. First up, we've got a story from a listener. Let's call him Jake. Been a while since he started watching. Says my voice is like a creepy lullaby he can't sleep without. Thanks, man. That's high praise. Here's his tale, and fair warning, it's a wild one. Jake says his English isn't perfect, second language vibes. But I'm not here to judge. This is raw, unfiltered, and 100% true, he swears. It kicked off in November 2022, somewhere in the foggy backroads of Maine. Exact dates fuzzy, but the memory, sharp as a razor. Jake woke up one night, no reason, just bam. Eyes open. Didn't think much of it, rolled over, went back to sleep. Next night, same deal, but this time there's a sound. 2 sharp taps on his window, like someone's out there in the dark, testing the glass. He's rattled, heart's thumping, but shrugs it off. Maybe a branch, right? Maine's got those windy nights. Day 3, though, that's when it gets ugly. He jolts awake, same time, and there's a shadow outside his window. Not some vague blur. This thing's tall, 7, maybe 8 feet, staring right at him with eyes like white-hot coals glowing in the pitch black. He's frozen, can't scream, can't move. That shadow, it's solid, blacker than the night around it, those eyes cutting through like knives. Then it moves, slow, deliberate, right up to his window. Jake's thinking he's done for, wondering how he's gonna get out of this alive. It leans in close, close enough he can feel the chill through the glass, and whispers, soft, raspy, "I don't want to hurt you, I just want to help." Weird thing is, that voice, it calms him, like a wave washing over the panic. Next thing he knows, it's morning. He's aching all over, bones creaking like he ran a marathon in his sleep. Nightmare, he tells himself. Just a bad dream. For a week, he pushes it down, goes about his life. Work, coffee, pretending everything's fine. Then, exactly 7 days later, midnight hits, and he's awake again. There's the shadow inside his room this time, standing at the foot of his bed. It's gesturing, hands moving in ways that don't make sense, like some warped sign language from another world. Then it speaks again. "I know you thought it was a dream, but it wasn't." Jake's voice cracks as he asks, "Who are you? What do you want?" The thing tilts its head, those glowing eyes narrowing. "I've got many names, but for you, call me Caleb. I don't want anything. I'm here to guide you." Silence hangs heavy. After a beat, Caleb breaks it. "But if you tell anyone about me, it won't end well for you." From that night on, he's there every damn night. Not always talking, just looming, watching. When he does speak, it's orders. Skip school tomorrow, or don't eat breakfast. Simple stuff, weird stuff. Jake listens, half out of fear, half out of curiosity. This goes on through December, the main winter closing in, snow piling up outside his little house. Then one day, walking back from school, he spots a guy, older, grizzled, staring at him from across the street in Bangor. Jake brushes it off, keeps moving, but the guy steps closer. You see him every night, don't you? Jake freezes. Is this about Caleb? A prank? The guy's eyes are serious, too serious. If you don't want to talk, I won't push, but you need me. Jake stammers. What are you talking about? The man leans in, voice low. You know exactly what I mean. Don't let him own you. Think you can ditch him solo? Go for it. But if you need help, now's the time. Jake's head spinning. He's harmless, right? The guy snorts. That's what I thought too. Give it time. He'll crawl inside your skull, make you his puppet. Harmless? You'll see. Then he says, I've got a way out. A ritual. You up for it? Jake's quiet, stomach twisting. The man doesn't wait long. First, you're gonna cut a chunk of meat from your right palm. Jake blinks, stunned. What? The guy's deadpan. Got a better idea. Do it or don't. Your call. Jake's staring at this man, his breath fogging up in the cold December air. The guy's just told him to carve a piece of meat from his right palm, like it's no big deal. Jake's voice shakes. What? The man doesn't blink. You heard me. Got a better plan? Then do it, or live with that thing forever. Jake's mind's racing. Caleb's been showing up every night, whispering orders, guiding him like some twisted guardian. But this, cutting himself, that's next level crazy. The stranger doesn't let up. After you cut it, hold that chunk tight in your left hand. Real tight, like your life depends on it. Then paint your wrist red. Blood, paint, lipstick, whatever. Just make it red. Face east, close your eyes and wait. You'll hear a whisper in your right ear. Soon as you do, open your hand. Someone will take the meat, and they'll go. Then you can look. But if you peek before that whisper, trust me, you won't like what happens. Jake's gut twists. When do I do this? The man's voice drops low. Tonight, after midnight hits. They stand there, snow crunching underfoot, the silence heavy as a tombstone. Then the guy breaks it. What did he call himself? Jake doesn't hesitate. Caleb. The stranger smirks, a weird glint in his eye. Funny, huh? Jake doesn't get the joke, but before he can ask, the man's already walking off down the street, swallowed by the dusk. Rude, sure, but Jake's got bigger problems. He heads home, the weight of the night ahead pressing down like a storm cloud. Back in his room, the clock's ticking toward midnight. He's pacing, heart hammering. Caleb's been a constant. Those glowing eyes, that raspy voice. Harmless, he'd thought. But the stranger's words keep echoing. He'll crawl inside your skull, make you his puppet. Jake's not so sure anymore. Midnight rolls around and he's ready. Or as ready as he'll ever be. He grabs a kitchen knife, the blade glinting under the dim bulb. His right hand's trembling as he presses it to his palm. One quick slice and the blood wells up, hot and sticky. He bites back a yell, tears stinging his eyes, and cuts off a small, ragged piece. It's gruesome, but he's in too deep to stop. Left hand clamps around the meat, squeezing till his knuckles go white. Blood's dripping from his right, so he smears it across his wrist. Red, just like the man said. He stumbles to his room, checks the window to face east, Portland's that way, he figures, and shuts his eyes tight. The house is dead quiet, save for the wind howling outside. He waits, every second stretching into forever. His hands throbbing, blood seeping through his fingers, but he holds on. Then it starts. Something cold brushes his arm, faint at first, like a draft. He keeps his eyes screwed shut, heart pounding so loud he's sure it'll wake the neighbors. A sharp scratch rakes across his hand, nails, long and jagged, digging in. He flinches but doesn't let go. Blood's trickling down his wrist now, mixing with the red he smeared there. Whatever's out there, it's not happy. It scratches harder, tearing at his skin. He's biting his lip so hard he tastes copper, but he won't open his eyes. Not yet. Next he feels something slithering, smooth, heavy, coiling up his leg. A snake? His mind screams, but he can't look. It climbs higher, wrapping around his arm, pressing against his closed fist. He's shaking, sweat beading on his forehead despite the chill. This isn't the whisper he's waiting for. It's a test, a trick. He grits his teeth, clinging to the stranger's words. Wait for the whisper. The snake thing tightens, then slides away, leaving him gasping. Minutes drag on, maybe hours. He can't tell. He's starting to think he's been played, that he's standing here, bleeding for nothing. Then it comes, a soft, familiar voice in his right ear. Give it to me. It's the stranger, no doubt about it. Relief floods him and he opens his hand. Something takes the meat, gentle, almost careful, and then it's gone. He cracks his eyes open, half expecting Caleb's glowing stare. Nothing. Just his room, dark and empty, his left hand a bloody mess. He staggers to the bathroom, wraps his hand in a towel and collapses on the bed. Sleep's out of the question. His nerves are shot. But it worked. Caleb's gone. Days pass, then weeks, and the shadow doesn't come back. Jake's almost convinced he's free. Almost. Then one night he's dreaming, deep, murky sleep, and there's Caleb looming over him. Those white eyes burn into his soul. I'm not happy you did that, the shadow hisses. I'll be back. Jake wakes up soaked in sweat, the words ringing in his ears. He brushes it off. Dreams don't mean much, right? And he's got a fix now, a way to fight back. Or does he? It's been quiet since, but he can't shake the feeling something's watching, waiting. That's where Jake leaves it, folks, alone with his story, too raw to keep to himself. True or not, it's one hell of a ride. Jake's been sleeping lighter since that night, the one where he cut his palm and faced east in his creaky little house outside Augusta. Weeks have slipped by and the shadow hasn't shown up. No taps on the window, no raspy whispers. He's starting to breathe easier, telling himself it's over. The stranger on that Bangor street gave him a way out. And it worked. His hand's still a mess, scabbed and sore, but it's a small price for peace. Then the dream hits. It's late, the kinda late where the world's holding its breath. Jake's asleep, or thinks he is, when Caleb's there, right in his head. Those white eyes blaze through the dark, pinning him down. I'm not happy you did that, the shadow growls, voice like gravel scraping bone. I'll be back. Jake bolts awake, sheets soaked, heart slamming against his ribs. It's just a dream, he tells himself, staring at the ceiling till dawn creeps in. He's got the ritual now. Meat, blood, east. If Caleb comes, he'll handle it. No sweat. Days turn into a routine. School, home, avoiding the window after dark. The dream fades, just a bad memory. Then it's mid-December and he's trudging back from school through the pine-lined streets of Augusta. Snow's falling soft, muffling everything, when he sees him again. That grizzled guy from Bangor. He's leaning against a lamppost, watching Jake like he's been waiting. "Thought you'd be done with him by now," the man says, voice rough as the wind. Jake stops, boots crunching ice. "He's gone. It worked." The guy chuckles, low and dark. "Sure he's gone? Or just biding his time?" Jake's stomach drops. "What do you mean?" The man steps closer, breath steaming in the cold. "You fed him something, yeah? Gave him a piece of you. That don't always send him packing. Sometimes it ties him closer." Jake's mouth goes dry. "He said he'd come back, in a dream." The stranger nods like he's heard it before. "Dreams ain't just dreams with things like him. He's still got a hook in you." Jake's head spinning. "So what do I do?" The man shrugs, pulling his coat tighter. "You've got two choices. Wait him out, hope he gets bored, or go deeper. Finish it." Jake's voice cracks. "Deeper how?" The guy's eyes glint, hard as steel. "Another ritual. Trickier one. You up for it?" Jake hesitates, the memory of that knife still fresh. "What's it take?" The man grins, teeth yellowed. "You'll need salt, a mirror, and something he touched. Midnight. Same deal. You in?" Jake's not sure, but the thought of Caleb creeping back, those eyes, that voice. It's enough. "Yeah, tell me." The stranger lays it out. "Draw a circle with the salt, big enough to stand in. Put the mirror inside, facing up. Whatever he touched, clothes, a cup, anything, set it on the glass. Stand there, eyes on your reflection, and say his name 3 times. Caleb. Caleb, Caleb. He'll come. When he does, smash the mirror. Don't flinch, don't run. That's it." Jake swallows hard. "And then?" The man's grin fades. "Then he's gone. Or you are." He walks off again, leaving Jake with that warning ringing in his ears. Back home, he's rattled but determined. Midnight's hours away, and he's scavenging. Salt from the kitchen, an old cracked mirror from the attic, a shirt he wore that first night Caleb showed up. He's not sure it'll work, but it's something. The clock hits 11:55, and he's ready. Salt's poured in a shaky circle on his bedroom floor, mirror glinting in the center, shirt draped over it. He steps in, the air feeling thicker, colder. He stares into the mirror, his own face pale and tired. "Caleb," he says, voice barely a whisper. Nothing. "Caleb." Louder now, the room dead quiet. "Caleb." The third time's a shout, and the light flickers. His reflection wavers, and there's Caleb, right behind him, eyes blazing white. Jake's heart stops, but he doesn't look back. He stomps hard, glass shattering under his boot, shards biting into the floor. A howl rips through the room, not human, not animal, just raw fury. Then silence. He's panting, salt crunching underfoot, mirror in pieces. No shadow, no eyes. Just him alone again. He cleans up, tosses the broken glass, and collapses into bed. Sleep comes fast, dreamless. Morning breaks, gray and cold, and he's still here. No Caleb. Days pass, then weeks. Nothing. He's starting to think it's really over this time. The stranger's nowhere to be seen, and Jake's not chasing him down. Augusta feels quieter, the dark less heavy, but there's an itch he can't shake. A feeling that Caleb's not gone, just waiting. Maybe in the next dream, maybe behind the next mirror. He's not sure, and that's the worst part. True or not, it's his story now, and he's stuck with it. Weeks have crawled by since that night, and Jake's almost convinced he's free. No glowing eyes at his window, no whispers in the dark. Augusta's winter is brutal, snow up to your knees, wind that bites. But it's starting to feel normal again. He's back to school, dodging the icy patches on the sidewalks, keeping his head down. The stranger from Bangor hasn't shown up, and Jake's not hunting for him. That second ritual, the one with the mirror, seems to have done the job. He's even sleeping better. No dreams of Caleb lurking in his skull. But there's a catch, there always is. It's late January now, the kind of cold that seeps into your bones. Jake's at home, a little rental house on the edge of town, flipping through some old horror comics. The heat's cranked, but he's still got a blanket draped over his shoulders. Outside, the wind's howling, rattling the windows like it's trying to get in. He ignores it, normal Maine stuff, until the power flickers. Once, twice, then gone. Blackness swallows the room, just the faint glow of snow through the curtains. He fumbles for his phone, flashlight cutting through the dark. The silence is thick, heavier than it should be. Then he hears it. 2 sharp taps on the kitchen window. His stomach drops. Not again. He creeps toward the sound, phone shaking in his hand, light bouncing off the walls. The window's frosted over, but there's a shape. Tall, too tall, pressed against the glass. Those white eyes pierce through, locking onto him. Caleb's back. Jake's mind races. The ritual, the mirror. It was supposed to end this. He stumbles back, tripping over a chair, phone clattering to the floor. The shadow doesn't move, just stares, unblinking. Then the voice comes, not outside, but inside his head. "You thought you could break me?" Caleb rasps, low and bitter. "I'm part of you now." Jake's chest tightens. The stranger's words echo. Sometimes it ties him closer. Did he screw himself with that first ritual, giving Caleb a piece of his flesh? He scrambles to his room, slamming the door, heart pounding like a drum. The salt's still in the kitchen cabinet. He'd kept it just in case. He grabs it, pours a shaky line across the doorway, whispering, "Stay out, stay out." The air gets colder, his breath fogging up. A shadow slides under the door, slow and deliberate, pooling on the floor like ink. It rises, taking shape. 7 feet of pitch-black nothing, those eyes burning holes in the dark. "You can't lock me out," Caleb says, stepping over the salt like it's dust. Jake's backed against the wall, nowhere to run. "What do you want?" he chokes out. Caleb tilts his head, a grin splitting that void of a face. "I told you, I'm here to help. You're mine now." The room spins, and Jake's legs give out. He slides down, head in his hands, trying to think. The stranger's second ritual, salt, mirror, name, didn't kill this thing. Maybe nothing can. Maybe it's been playing him all along. Then he remembers the shirt, the one Caleb touched, the one he used in the ritual. It's still in the closet, crumpled in a corner. He lunges for it, hands shaking, and grabs a lighter from his desk. Caleb's eyes narrow, but he doesn't move, just watches. Jake flicks the flame, holds it to the fabric. It catches fast, smoke curling up, the stench of burning cotton filling the room. "You're done," Jake mutters, tossing the blazing shirt at the shadow. Caleb howls again, that same gut-wrenching sound from before, and the fire flares blinding white. Jake shields his eyes, the heat searing his skin. When he looks again, the shirt's ash on the floor, and Caleb's gone. The power snaps back on, lights buzzing to life. He's alone, panting, the room reeking of smoke and fear. Did it work? He doesn't know, but the silence feels different this time. Final. Months pass. Spring thaws Augusta, and Jake's still here, still breathing. No sign of Caleb, no dreams, no taps. He moves out of the house, crashes with a friend in Portland, leaves the whole mess behind. The stranger never shows, and Jake's not digging for answers. He's done with rituals, done with shadows. But every now and then he catches himself glancing at mirrors, checking the corners of his reflection. Nothing's there, yet. One day he's driving through town, windows down, the salty breeze off the coast cutting through the car. He stops at a light, and across the street there's a figure, tall, lean, too still. Jake squints, pulse kicking up. The guy turns, and it's just some old fisherman, grizzled and weathered, no glowing eyes. Jake laughs, shaky, and drives on. But the itch stays. That feeling Caleb's out there, waiting for the right moment. So that's it, folks. Jake's story, straight from the edge of nowhere. He swears it's true, every word, and I believe him. The way it lingers, the way it sticks in your gut. That's real horror. What do you think? Could you shake something like Caleb? Drop your thoughts below, and if you've got your own tale clawing to get out, send it my way. Email's in the description. This one's done, but the dark's always got more to say. Stay spooky, and I'll catch you next time.